since 2015. Today we are all here to interact, discuss, share findings, and get some hands-on experience on various firefighting equipment. We have posted a schedule. Do I see it? Maybe if you turn around towards the tent, you find a schedule that tells us about the activities that are going on throughout the afternoon. Some of them are continuous, and some of them are more time-specific, and you might want to keep track of those. We have QR codes posted, and if you scan them, you can get some more in-depth information on research project and also interact with the exhibitors. We have a cafe, a local cafe that now have moved down to the harbor if you want some refreshments. There are 3 main activity areas. You have the tent and boat shed. That's if you look behind you. And there we have you can meet suppliers and researchers, watch videos and demos. You can feel some equipment, and also we have planned open discussions which you can take part in, and we have experts on site to also feed these discussions. You can also try your myth-busting skills on fires in electrical vehicles. We have the vehicle fire site, and most of you are looking at it right now. There you can experience some manual firefighting equipment, and that is typically local cooling devices and fire blankets. And they are useful in fighting fires in electrical vehicles. So chat with our experts and read the information chart. It's just in front of you guys standing right there. So we have the quayside area here behind me, and on the jetty on this side, where you find vessels, firefighting vessels, and you can visit them. We also have water monitors, which you can try yourself. And in about 1 hour, we hope to have a helicopter coming for a magical evacuation event, and I will tell you when it happens, and then we will move slightly from this site towards the ferry stop. You might see a film team here on site. That is for our online visitors. Very warm welcome to you all. Grit Ladash from Lashfire will be your online guide. So I guess you're eager to start. I am. Before we start, there's a safety message, and that is that we will have pressurized water hoses lying on the ground. Stay clear, especially of the connections, but also so that you don't trip and fall. So let's start this practical afternoon. Welcome again, and start to share your experience with others. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Donsø shipping meet in the beautiful harbor of Donsø. I'm Grit Ladash and will report today on the fire safety activities taking place during the course of this afternoon. Behind me there is the fire safety tent. We have a look inside and see who we find in there. Okay, over there in the very back I spot Julia Bergen. We had the chance to meet with Julia already yesterday. With me now is Julia Bergen. Julia is working in the field of human factors at RISE, and she's now here attending Donsø Shipping Meet to inform on the recently concluded project Safe and Suitable Firefighting. Julia, could you tell us please a little bit more about the project?
Yes. So Safe and Suitable Firefighting is a project where we have looked at the equipment that is used during a fire on board a ship and what requirements should be set on them. And we've also looked into the regulations to see if the regulations are specified high enough. And we've made some comparison with land-based firefighting as well.
So is there any sort of information, any way to access the kind of results or from this project?
Yes, so one part is that we have made some concrete suggestions on amendments for both SOLAS and MED, how to increase the requirements. But we've also made this quick guide that is intended to use on board a ship to ensure safe and suitable firefighting regardless of where the requirements are.
Okay, thank you. So I think we can provide a download link now here with the video, and thank you, Julia, for this information.
Thank you.
So with me now is Maria Hjorman, project coordinator of the Lashfire project. Maria, could you perhaps give a short introduction to the project?
Yes, Lashfire, the aim with Lashfire is to reduce the risk of fires in ro-ro spaces, on ro-ro ships. It's a European project. We are now more than 2/3 into the project, so we are just starting to release some results. We are 25 partners in European member states, 13 member states, and we have partners, industry partners, institutes, universities, and classification bodies. So it's a large project, and we are hoping to receive some good results.
Exactly. Thank you, Maria. In the back you also see the partners, a short listing of the partners, but for further information there is a short video we'd like to show you on the project in a nutshell.
The research project Lashfire, funded by the EU, is investigating the cost-effectiveness of safety measures across the entire fire protection chain on ro-ro ships. The project aims to reduce the risk of ro-ro space fires, as well as to provide a recognised technical basis to help policymakers update fire safety legislation. RISE coordinates 25 organisations from 13 EU countries that have come on board for this journey, offering their unique expertise and sharing the common goal to produce evidence-based results for the future. These partners aim to develop and demonstrate 20 innovative solutions for fire prevention and efficient fire management. The Lashfire Consortium is determined to enhance fire safety at sea through proposals on how to improve onboard safety and how to update existing regulations. Together, we can make life at sea safer.
We also had the chance to meet with Staffan Brahm from RISE yesterday, who was talking about his role in the Lashfire project. So now I have Staffan Brahm with me. Staffan Brahm is working as project manager at RISE in the field of human factors. And together we are working on the Lashfire project, where he is developing a digital fire central. So please, Staffan, can you please tell a little bit more about that?
Yes, thank you, Grit. So in Lashfire, we put a lot of emphasis on the needs of the crew during a fire incident, what the crew needs to be able to understand and interpret what happens during a fire incident. And one part of that is developing a digital fire central, a digital interface that will help the fire chief and other people on the bridge to understand what's going on and to guide their actions during a fire.
Okay, so just from my understanding as well, that this is a combination of a variety of firefighting management systems you are integrating into one kind of central platform.
That's correct. So we're taking many sources of information that you will use during a fire, and we're integrating them into one and the same interface, a digital interface presented on a large screen.
So if you got you curious, stay online and watch the video we prepared on the Fire Digital Central.
What you see here is a recording of a fire scenario being run in the digital fire central. So you can see smoke and heat spread at the GA plan above, and then you can also see information coming in the timeline at the very bottom with different events showing actions during the fire sequence. My work always has to do with human factors and usability and creating usable workplaces for people. And in Lash Fire, we're trying to find out how to create the best circumstances, the best working circumstances for the crew on board when this crew has to deal with a fire. What we are doing is developing an environment for fire management on board. So this environment we call the Fire Resource Management Center. This environment is supposed to support management or the management function during firefighting. So part of this environment is a digital interface or a digital fire panel where we collect various types of information, detector information, smoke spread, cargo information, and other resources that the persons in charge might need when they manage a fire. Our normal way of working is to work very close to the users. We go on board, we talk to crew members, we observe the work that they do and the environment that they work in. And now with the coronavirus, we have faced a very different situation. We haven't been able to maintain this contact with our different user groups. So now in Lash Fire, we had to find some other approach of doing this. We went to Martin Karlsson from Stena Teknik and discussed with him what could we do instead of going on board and doing things the way we are used to. Martin, he took this discussion to the crew of Stena Jutlandica and the chief engineers, Johan and Lennart, and came back to us with a suggestion.
When Martin called us and asked if we would like to participate in the fire project, we were just happy.
We used action cameras placed on 4 different people. And together with the chiefs, we developed a fire drill. And we recorded this fire drill with help from the action cameras.
The scenario for this drill was a fire on open car deck. Was a trailer burning. So when we first got the alarm, they started the drencher system and tried to extinguish it immediately. After that, when we saw that the fire was extinguished, we had the fire brigade to go in and check if some persons missing or if it was like small burning, but it wasn't.
And then we used this video material to guide interviews and follow-up questions to the crews to be able to map out the work that they do and what they need to do it well.
So with me now are Jürgen and Inga Nielsen, CEO and co-founders of Sea Survey and Sea Supply, exhibiting today also at the beautiful site. So Jürgen, could you please perhaps inform us what your company is doing?
Yeah, we do inspection of safety equipment on board the vessels. We embark and make inspection about 6-7 days, and when we're ready we issue certificates, and then we leave the vessel wherever we will be at that time. Okay. So on board inspection.
And what I got from regarding Sea Supply, you're also providing equipment. So what I see here is fire blanket.
Yeah, we have fire blankets from Bridge Hill, and we are going to use that on the demonstration on the cars. So if we have a fire on the car, we can extinguish the fire with this one.
Perfect. Thank you, Jürgen and Inga for taking the time. And now we just had the chance this morning to also run into Daniele by ABS. So let's see what he has to say, what he told us this morning. Okay, so here with me now we have Daniele Bottino, Manager for Business Development at Classification Society ABS. Daniele, I heard ABS has been quite engaged in addressing recent incidents and accidents and adapting the routes. So what measures exactly have been undertaken by ABS?
Yeah, ABS has done a 1 year work to address the electric fires or fires in electric vehicles, and result in the issuance of additional notation in our rules.
Thank you. So has there been also taken other activities to support ship owners and operators in the course of safe transport of electric cars?
Yeah, what we also did very recently was organizing a workshop where we put together all the stakeholders of the industry to address the fires. And the result of this, or the intention of this workshop, was to actually develop a guidance to the industry in order to address how to store and carry and safely electric vehicles on board.
Wow, thank you for taking this activity so far, and thank you for taking your time for a short interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Behind me you see the 3 cars parked here for demonstration purposes, and there were different tools, devices are going to be tested. Martin Carlson from Stena informed us on the 3 different boundary cooling devices they are going to use in the course of this event. So let me introduce Martin Carlson to you. Martin Carlson is Fire Safety Project Manager at Stena Technique. Martin, there's quite an interesting mock-up. Would you please explain what's all about the pipes and the cars here?
Yes, water is our best friend when it comes to firefighting on board ships, and we have fixed water installation under deck, and we have for sure the normal manual firefighting hoses as well. But in some cases you might want to put water on a vehicle or something and leave the site. And the devices that we will test here is let's say designed to be put in place, and then the fighters should leave. And this is especially interesting now when we have electric cars, for example, where you have a battery that if it is on fire, if it participates in the fire, can risk to reignite afterwards. And then you want to have this water cooling at maybe a long time, maybe several hours, until you safely reach port. And I mean, this is still in early development, so they are prototypes of various stages working in different ways. But we will show them and see how it works.
With me now is Lennart Möller from Stena, chef engineer, and he's also at site here demonstrating various devices addressing EV fires on board robo vessels. So Lennart, what are you going to show us today?
No, we've just seen here some fires that we are going to extinguish with water spray underneath, and that seems to be working okay. Yep. And after that, I think there will be a fire out on the boat there, and they will show different like to how extinguish those fires. Yes.
Okay, and I heard also mentioning a Faulkner. Can you please talk about
Faulkner?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Is that Faulkner? I don't know if Faulkner. A dimspik. Like yes. Didn't speak in Swedish. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't know. That's a thing that you could connect to the fire hose, and then throw on the car, and just press some water inside the engine or where the batteries are, and then it's very effective to extinguish the fire.
Okay. Thank you, Lennart, for taking your time and for this great information. So here with me also, I think we just saw it in the background. Is so 4C, the guys from 4C. So Christian Anderson, senior chief engineer. Please, could you tell us, because 4C, as I know, is one of the operators of the biggest battery-driven ferry in the world, which I think comes along with quite some challenges regarding fire safety. Could you perhaps explain a little bit more?
Yeah, it's been a challenging project with the fire philosophy, and we have ended quite good, I think. We have water-cooled batteries, and we have aerosol system inside where the batteries are situated, and we have outside shell protection, and so there's many different options that we have used. And also the issue with the ventilation in the battery rooms has been quite a challenge, which we think we have solved together with the supplier really good now. So but it's been a rocky ride, but last year we were running in 93% battery mode, so it's been really successful.
That is impressive news. And also next to me is John Borgman. He's a chief engineer as well at 4C, and he just received a reward for a device, a sprinkler device he was developing in the recent years. So congratulations first, and perhaps could you explain a little bit more what's so special about this device?
The device is made by aluminium, so it's quite it's only 30 kilos, so it's very light, and it's very easy to you can divide it to two pieces, and it's also had no movements, everything is very easy to use. So you don't, everything you have to think about is just connect the hose and open the valve, and then it's on working. And as there is a wheel on the side, so if you lift it up a little bit and just put it under the car, because it's that it should be. So it's made for electric car, type Tesla or whatever.
Wow, thank you so much. It was very interesting. And thank you for taking the time for filling us in. Thank you. So now we just want to inform you that we have been conducting, the Lashfire Partners conducting a series of tests of EV fires, which were proceeded in the beautiful facilities of Centro Jovelanos in Gijón, Asturias, and we want to share some scenes from these testings with you. Here with me now is Björn from Bridgehill, a provider of fire blankets, and I hope we can get the chance to have a little demonstration as well taking place. But Björn, perhaps you can fill us in the meanwhile. What is so good and about this tool, about this device in regards of possibilities and perhaps also limitations?
Yes, this is a quite normal fire blanket, but then again not. I think that most of you are familiar with how fire blankets work, that you cover something that is burning, and then by doing that you take away either oxygen, heat, or whatever is flammable. And this is one of the reasons that we have this fire blanket. This is like a normal fire blanket, but it's much bigger. It's 6 by 8 meters, and it's made from a material that can withstand enormous heats without being drenched in water. So that means that there is no pollution of the environment from drenching cars, which means that a lot of materials will end up in the ground. And there's no need of letting the car burn to the ground. And especially when it comes to boats, there is no way to go. So you really need to stop a fire before it gets critical or very big. So this is a complement to normal water. And in an early stage of the fire, you can cover the car and by then also reduce the risk of that it turns into a real live fire. So it means that if you're in an early stage, you can actually save the situation before it gets out of hand.
So early decision making is really required, and we just saw in the recent accidents as Felicity A's how severe these accidents can be if we don't find solutions to perhaps avoid spread of fire and limit the fire.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Also, I might add that this is not only for electrical vehicles, this is for all vehicles. So electrical vehicles normally don't burn, similar to what petrol vehicles do, but they burn. And if you can stop the fire in an early stage, then the batteries will not catch fire. So you will not have that problem that you normally experience with electrical cars.
For example, as we have the thermal runaway, one of these phenomena. Perfect.
That's correct.
Thank you very much, Björn,
Thank you.
for taking the time. Here with us is also Kalle Ortner from Safety Groups. So with me now is Kalle Ortner, one of the founders of Safety Groups, one of the providers for the STCW courses. So Kalle, with the upcoming increase of transport of electric cars on board, there must be many questions your participants might have. So what is the most prominent or major concern?
Yes, good question. One of the major concern, we have the training center located in Stockholm. We have like 3,600 participating each year in all kind of courses. The main courses are different kind of fire courses, and a big concern is to do something right, or to how to act on these electric car fires or fires in batteries, electric batteries, of course. And my main focus for every who's on my fire training courses is to have to make a quick decision. The spreading is so rapid, so it tends from, if you compare with other kind of fires in fabrics and everything. So these battery fires, you have to make a decision. Even though it's not most to be the best decision, is if you want to, like, you know, make a smoke diving operation, or you are, finally have to abandon the ship. What decision you ever make, you have to do a quick decision and to attack the fire and try to extinguish it rapidly.
So, okay, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And what about, for example, I know that there are misconceptions regarding that fire can't be, a battery fire can't be extinguished with water because it doesn't work. But what do you think about? What's your opinion here?
Yeah, that's good. We are grown up that we have this electric wall with every components, and you have this water hoses, and that's not a good match. But in this case, we have to, like, cool it down. We have to make a shield from the cars or from other batteries installations. So the water is actually our friend here. So we have to, like, you know, put a big shield, put a lot of water, and to, like, cover it for not spreading from other cars or trucks or buses, or even though in other installations in the components. So I said, this is we have to make the seafarers once again be trusted about the waters, have to be shielded and cool down these batteries, because the batteries are still running. They are producing their own oxygens, and they have to burn out from themselves. So just to keep control of the situation, quickly make a decision, put some water on it, and make some control of the situation. That's the main focus from my courses. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kalle, for that information, and thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you, Greta. Thank you.
So to my side now are Linda and Marcus from the fire department, who are performing some kind of demonstrations. So perhaps you could fill us in what you are demonstrating today during this dancing event.
Okay, so we are from the fire department in Gothenburg. So we are here today with our rescue boat, and now we are performing a test with a water monitor that is remotely controlled. And as you can see on top of our boat, we also have a station mounted water monitor.
Perfect.
So we are also pumping water to all of the exhibitions, and later we will also demonstrate how to put out the fire on the barge in the harbor.
Perfect. We are looking very much forward to that already. So, any feedback already on this water monitor, which is just taking place? About that flame ranger, which is just going to be demonstrated? Can you give us a little feedback on your first ideas?
It's the same. The monitor that is pumping right now is the same monitor we have mounted on our boat. The difference is with that one, it can be autonomously controlled.
Okay.
And our is controlled via a joystick inside the cabin. And it's pumping approximately 1,600 liters every minute.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's
it's the same performance with that, with the other one.
Thank you very much. This is very informative. And thank you for taking your time, and enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah.
So I think now we're going to have a little break and see you after that. 5 minutes, so looking forward to meeting you after that again. my left, it's Ola from the Coast Guard, from Swedish Coast Guard, and today they are demonstrating their vessel 312. So Ola, perhaps can you tell a little bit more about that beauty?
Okay. Yeah, so it's survey vessel 312. So we conduct sea surveillance and search and rescue operations with it. And for firefighting capabilities, we have a water cannon on the front, used for ship fires, and but also fires close to the dock sites, like houses and forest fires and such.
So, and just for the audience, so you're today also offering open visits to this ship?
Yeah, sure. So anyone here is welcome aboard and check out our equipment and talk to the crew. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Ola, for taking some time. So, and to my right, we have Adam. Adam from the rescue services, if I'm correct. Please help me if not. And so, please, perhaps, can you tell us a little bit more about your activities here today during Donsey Shipping Meet?
Yeah, we are very happy to attend the shipping meet. We are from the Swedish Sea Rescue Society, and we brought 2 rescue boats today. One brand new in the 50-meter series and one in the 12-meter series. And the big boat here will attend the helicopter winching in a few minutes, and we will also display the water cannon we had in the bow for ship fires and similar activities.
Wow, so which seems like the helicopter is going to be arriving soon, as I heard, so let's wait for the helicopter to arrive. Thank you.
Strax kommer de köra bakom en stolpe här. Hur ligger den då? De stannar då när den börjar synas.
and you follow Stina with the flag. And the event is planned to take about 10 minutes, and then we move back here to watch the Coast Guard use their very powerful monitor towards the barge.
Testa jag nog. Jag ska bara så. strax bakom med båten.
Now we will see the Coast Guard vessel using its
Okay,
water
so last
monitor
but not
to
least, we would
put
like to
the
show
fire
you
on the
a short
barge.
video on the Flame Ranger, the device we just
After
saw,
that,
which is an
there
autonomous
will be a display
firefighting
of
robot.
autonomous
So,
functioning water
and for this, I
monitors,
would like to say goodbye for
displayed by
today
Matthias
with you, but I
Eggert.
hope you will still stay online and watch a little bit
The
more of
water
the
monitor
ongoing
that
activities here at
that
site.
we've been
Thank you
using
all for
throughout the
participating
afternoon.
and hope to see you next year. Thank you.
So now